Welcome everyone to the next installment of Let's Play Final Fantasy. This time around we are dealing with a threat from the Primal Titan. Right now we are investigating how to exactly get to him and how we can defeat him. Now we just got this task in the previous episode, where our first lead was some Yahoo who was boasting to be from the Company of Heroes, which is the previous group that defeated Titan. Ends up he basically was just boasting just to get a job, but he did lead us to the actual member of the Company of Heroes, and that's Westcat, I believe his name is, but he is at the resort in Costa del Sol. So we are going to speak with him, and we're going to see what tasks that he has, because he has a number of tasks that he wants us to complete to see if we actually have the muster to take on Titan. And that didn't sit well with the Y'shtola, because the other guy also had quote-unquote tasks, but it just ended up being the chores that he had to do. So let's see what this guy has, and maybe this guy is a step above the previous one. So anyway, without further ado, let us get started. Nix That. Master Gurgaruju requests can be more demanding than you realize. Before I set you to your true task, I would like to verify that this won't be a waste of my time. A Nix has recently been seen prowling the beach to the east. As you can imagine, my master does not want large, slimy creatures anywhere near his lands. The beast is cunning, but you should have no difficulty luring it out with herring. Slay the Nix and return to me. Oh, and don't forget to bring me a leg as proof of the kill. We do have our trusty Chocobo Tibble with us today. I did actually level him up one more, so he is now level 6. So one more level and we will get Choco Surge. And then we can decide if we want to continue all the way to level 10 or if we want to... So they had a festival that just concluded, and this whole area here was full of a climbing puzzle that you could partake of. But now that it's all cleared up, the festival grounds have all been cleared up, the temporary structures all cleared up, so let's wait for our... plant our bait and wait for our prey. Okay. Okay, and we automatically got our leg from Frogger. Well, did you deal with the Nix? Yes, sir. Lest you think me overly cautious for testing you in this way, you should know that we had an incident not long ago. A foolish young employee was dismissed for lying about his past. He claimed to have served in the Company of Heroes, but I knew for a fact he did not. Anyway, now that the pointless busywork is finished, I shall give you a challenge as befits your talents. A modest proposal. Two highly distinguished individuals are scheduled to visit Costa del Sol in the near future, and Master Gurguruju wishes to welcome them with an elaborate banquet. But while money is no object, not everything Master Gurguruju desires can be so easily purchased. It is to be an extremely exotic feast. And so, Lightbringer, your mission is to seek out and obtain the rare ingredients our chef requires. Naturally, such fine dining must be accompanied with a suitable wine, and by suitable, I mean the very best there is. That, however, can wait for the time being, as I believe you have enough on your plate as it is. It will be a long and arduous journey, but you need not toil alone. Many of the mercenaries who once served under my command still live, and they will guide you in your quest. For the first ingredient, I would have you travel to the South Shroud and speak with Lindaniel at Camp Tranquil. What? Do you mean to tell me that you cannot afford to waste time as your associate did? Adventurer, if you have not the endurance to complete this mission, how do you expect me to believe you can outlast a Lord of Crags? Either do it or don't. I have work to do. So he did point out Ystola's thing about, we don't have time to go lollygagging around, but he's not going to be swayed one way or the other, so best to get this done quickly. Actually, instead of going a long way, we can get back to Limsa Lamentsa very easily. So, we will see you in the South Shroud at Camp Tranquil. We're going to use a ferry and then the airship. Okay, we are at Camp Tranquil. And there is our guy, Lindaniel. Do you require assistance, adventurer? So this is the one who had challenged Titan. I've been expecting you, Lightbringer. The ingredient you seek is the egg of a giant adamantoise. The method of acquisition should be obvious. You steal it from the beast's nest. Of course, simple in theory, but difficult in execution. Most who try die in the attempt. Will I help you get it? Ha! You amuse me. I will not jeopardize my position by openly assisting you. From me, you will receive only information. What you do with it is your choice. Trial by turtle. Let me be clear. This business between you and me and the captain must remain a secret. See, I don't regret my time spent with the company in the slightest. Traveling the world, meeting interesting people, killing them, it was jolly good fun. His partner must be really interested too. Alas, Gradanians are, by and large, an unforgiving lot. Dito here being a rare exception. Her expression. I've had to go to great lengths to ensure that I am seen as a model citizen, with no taste for drinking, whoring, gambling, and all those other activities I shall dearly miss. So understand that if you ruin my little charade by wagging your tongue, I'll fashion a noose with your entrails and hang you from the nearest heaven's pillar. Well, what are you waiting for? There's a perfectly good animator's egg in a nest to the east of here, just right for the taking. Not that I expect you to live long enough to claim it. The mother never strays far from the child, and you will surely be attacked the moment you lay hands upon the egg. There will be other heroes, Lightbringer. You do not need it to challenge Titan. Abandon your quest, or your corpse will rot in the swamp. And he was talking about her. That's Dito right there. The Makote. So, the warning is a good one. We are going to have to face one of those turtles. But I don't think it's going to be as difficult as he claims. So the Animantoids, they are passive. They will not attack us unless we attack them. But the Stroopers are not quite so much. Okay. I think we'll be fine. Just don't go nowhere there. Yep. I thought you might have the good sense to leave this place. By your continued presence, I take it you intend to preserve to the bitter end. Aha! Such bravery, such recklessness. That will serve you well against Titan. Leave the egg with me. I'll see it gets to the captain. You should make haste to southern Thanalan. In Forgotten Springs, you will find a man named Outtro Nunn. He will be your next guide. Safe travels, Lightbringer. Okay. So we want to head north. Want to follow path north past Druthers, and you want to cut through the East Thanalan to get to South Thanalan. Actually, we're heading towards Central. Central. Okay. All right, so detours aside, we will see you at the next spot. Our next stop, which is the settlement. Welcome to Forgotten Springs, a Makoti village. If you haven't, attuned to the crystal. And speak with the Choco Keep if you haven't. And then we can find Exactly who we're looking for. And we're talking with this guy again. State your business, adventurer. Haha. So this one Wisecat sends me. I haven't the foggiest what he sees in you, and until I do, you will receive no aid from me. Let's do that. We are even level with our Lancer, so we'll switch to our Lancer here. The perfect prey. Persistent bugger. Very well. Let's have a look at you. You've seen your share of battle. There's no mistaking that. And you did manage to obtain that Animantois egg. However, that was not more than a display of brute force and blind courage. The nun I once fought also believed that his strength would save him. He was wrong, and now I am none. So with Cotes, the last name dictates their state in the village. Since his last name is None, he is the village leader. The other males are Tia, such as Grahatia or Ukaduba Tia. And you notice that the names that we can see start with the letter U. I think that has to do with the tribe they are. But Final Fantasy lore channels can go more in detail with this, but just a tidbit that I've learned over the years, or the 1 or 2 years that I played this game. Many years ago, I joined the company Heroes to hone my skills, instead of challenging my predecessor before I was ready. Even when I was young, I understood that victory goes to the patient, the cunning, the pragmatic. That is why I claim my position, and it is why I shall hold it, and it is why I will not help an unproven whelp. The children of the sands do not offer aid to strangers. To do so is a sign of weakness. However, if you were recognized as a skilled hunter in your own right, it would be permissible to assist you. Across the desert to the east lies an Amalja encampment. There dwells a warrior of renown both for his strength and his guile. To even face this Amalja in battle, you must first find a way to lure him away from the encampment. This will be your test, to draw out and defeat the veteran. For this, I will offer you no advice, only this worn spear. Why, you ask? You will have to solve that riddle yourself. Now go, slay this old warrior, and bring to me his necklace. Okay. Okay, so we need to go southeast of here. You, sir, are not going to interfere with us. Just so he doesn't interfere with us. Okay. Okay, so just a quick tidbit here. We are in the southwest corner of southern Thailand in the deserts, and this is an area this is a place we have not gone to yet. But there is no way to cross that ravine. That ravine goes all the way to the other end of the zone. But here you can see in the distance the very top of what's called the Golden Saucer. That is a recreational area that you can get a quest to unlock, and there you can play games, mini games, do contests and raffles in order to win their own currency and apply it towards rewards such as mounts, different glamours, and whatnot. Eventually, we will do a Let's Play Extra where we go to the Golden Saucer. But the main quest doesn't really take you there. But if you're in the Southern Thailand, if you want to get a glimpse of it, right here is probably going to be the best you're going to get. And at nighttime. Tell me, adventurer, is our old nemesis dead? 'Tis a fine necklace, as befits a veteran of countless battles. It will make an excellent trophy. The spear? It belonged to one of his brothers. I knew when he spied it from afar, he would be unable to resist venturing outside the encampment to see for himself. Did you discern my intent, or was it dumb luck, I wonder? Either way, you impress me, adventurer. I shall tell you of the ingredient you seek. We'll take the coins for now. When the worm turns. That's the earworm for a popular 80s soap opera, I believe. A shame we did not meet when I was still with the company of heroes. You would have made a fine recruit. But no point dwelling on what cannot be. You have a well-wick worm to hunt. Sandworms slither brazenly across the desert dunes, but well-wick worms are far fewer in numbers. Rarity breeds demand, and so their meat is highly prized as a delicacy. The only way to catch your quarry is to entice it with something it cannot resist. These worms prey on the smaller creatures of the Sagoli. A freshly slaughtered angler carcass will be my first choice of bait. There is an area teeming with anglers to the east. I will mark it upon your map, along with the location where well-wick worms are most frequently sighted. Be warned. The blood will drive the worm into a feeding frenzy. If your skills are lacking, it will devour you as well. Okay. We have our bait. Now let's go get our prey. Okay, and let us go a distance away and await our prey. Okay, we are making slow progress towards level 6. You look well. Have you caught your quarry, then? Your skills as a hunter rival those of our best. I applaud your success, Lightbringer. The meat will need to be heavily smoked before I ship it to Weisscat. Worry not. You have my word that he will receive it in time for the banquet. You must be eager to obtain the third ingredient. I regret to say that I know not of its location. For nuts, you should return to Costa del Sol and seek Weisscat's counsel. Ah, but hold a moment. Since you will be meeting the captain again soon, there is something I would like you to deliver to him for me. No. Coins, please. There and back again. The captain was always fond of this brandy wine. I would be grateful if you could deliver it on my behalf. I was a reckless, angry youth when I first joined the company, and he would have been well within his rights to cast me out. Everything I have I owe to his wisdom and generosity. Weisscat was a firm yet fair teacher, an expert molder of men, and I suspect that is still the case now. Please give him my regards, Lightbringer. Okay, for the sake of time, we are simply going to teleport to Costa del Sol. Well met, Lightbringer. Daniel and Outtro both spoke highly of you. What brings you here today? A tribute from the nun, sir. Ah, my favorite. I shall have to thank the nun personally. Now you have but one ingredient left. Fortunately, you will not have to travel to Elenald this time to obtain it. Still, coins. Let's see. If it's cheese, I know it's going to happen. Yep, okay. So we will do this quest and then we will break because we are coming up to a dungeon. The things we do for cheese. Truth be told, I never intended for you to collect this last ingredient. Brayflox, my old quartermaster, wishes to bring it to Costa del Sol herself. However, not long ago, she sent word that there has been some trouble at the long stop, and that the delivery would be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident itself, but I fear the situation may be dire. Though I would like nothing more than to aid her myself, I have no choice but to turn to you and your allies. Make haste to Hidden Falls docks and speak with Ozun Nazun. He will direct you to Raincatcher Gully and where Brayflox and her people have made their home. So we don't have to go to another zone for this. We simply have to go to the ferry docks that is in the, I believe, the northern part of the zone. So we will see you there. Simply follow the mini-map. It'll point you to where it is. But make a right out of the encampment. Or make a left out of the encampment. What's the hurry, venturer? Eh? Something happened over at Gabi Settlement. I don't know why you're so eager to help with a bunch of beastmen, but go and talk to the skipper over yonder. She'll ferry you to Raincatcher Gully. We're going to Raincatcher Gully. Are you coming along? Now, for those of you who are of the rogue or ninja class, I believe this is one of your hideouts. And there's Brayflox. Fish Shock. Tongue flaps of Weisscat be reaching ears of Brayflox. Uplander has come for tasty fresh gobby treats, yes? Quest prize of Uplander deep in Longstop. Flighty beast chased Gobby Flock from homes. Gobby Flock needs goodly Uplander to give safety to Longstop with much hand lending. Okay, and we're going to cut it at this. We're going to cut it here for this episode. In order to get the cheese, we're going to need to chase some fiends out from Brayflex Longstop, and that is the next dungeon that we have to clear. We will do that. We will dedicate its own episode for that, and for closing out the quest. Anyway. Next time, we will cover the long stop, and we will do it with a part of NPCs. And until then, take care, and we'll see you next time.